Good morning and happy Monday. Wow, I feel like it's been quite some time since we have seen you guys and chatted with you, so I'm grateful to be here.
Welcome to the show. It is Monday. You know what? I feel the same way. It's kind of weird when you're used to going live 5 days a week and then like when another 24 hours go by and it's like a 72-hour lag, it's like, whoa, this is strange.
3 days without you guys, I'm having withdrawals, I have to admit. Did you feel the same? Today's a great day. You know why today's a great day? We have a great subject today, how to handle change. We also have a fantastic challenge coming up that we started the live registration for today, which is the Transformation Kickstart Challenge. And if you've done it, drop some love in the comments about how awesome it has been for you the last time or 2 times or maybe even 3 times that you did this challenge, because it is impossible to get too much of it, I believe.
True.
And to register, you can go to improveyoursolutions.com/Kickstarter. Yeah, I shamelessly just that right in there. But it's going to be awesome. So hopefully we'll see you there.
Speaking about change, we're changing up the prizes this time. This is something that we've never ever done before.
It's true.
And that's another incentive for you to show up, even if you've done it before. Because for one, by showing up, there's always something new to learn. And for two, like the live videos that we will be doing, like every time the tutorials will be different. Why? Because we are evolving too.
It's different for you. The same challenge, but if you actually do the challenge, you become an evolved person. So the next time you then go into that same thing, it's like those of you who are doing the Ultimate Training Academy. What is it? Is that
Ultimate Transformation Academy.
I lose track of all of our programs. Ultimate Transformation Academy. You will go and you will watch the weight loss mindset course, and then you'll watch it again, and you'll be like, "Oh my God, I didn't hear it that way last time," or "Wow, I didn't hear that last time," because you're evolving. And what's cool is, like Sarit said, when we do those live videos, who knows what's going to come out of our mouth that day? It's not going to be the same video it was last time. Mm-hmm. We're evolved, and you're guaranteed to get different information, different insights, different change of perspective. And so it's going to be really awesome. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. And a chance to win either $1,000, $500, or $300. Now, if you're relatively new to our community and you've never done the Transformation Kickstarter Challenge, then you should definitely do it and really see what this is all about.
If you're watching this on YouTube, the link is down in the description.
Yeah.
But if it's past May 10th, you're watching it too late. Mm-hmm. Catch it next time.
You snooze,
you lose. You snooze, someone steals your shoes.
So, on the topic of change, if we say you snooze, you lose. To change,
you gotta change. You know what? They're guaranteed. I would say change is even more guaranteed than taxes. Somebody might fight me on that.
But even taxes change.
Hear me out. Like, you cannot pay your taxes. There's penalty.
You can defer it. You can extend it.
But no matter what, whether you want to or not, or choose to or not, shit changes. Just saying. If there's a hierarchy of the things guaranteed to change, or things guaranteed in life, changes.
You are changing. Things are changing for you, whether you like it or not. So,
yeah, whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, it's the truth.
Hey, who likes it when their body changes? I just thought of
positively.
Oh yeah.
Positively.
Sorry. Thank you for adding that. I just thought of something.
Everybody's body.
I just thought of something amazing. Okay, I heard Tony Robbins one time. He's talking about like how there's necessary in life, like certainty and uncertainty, right? You like, it's like people like surprises. Like, no, you like good surprises. You don't like bad surprises. And I was thinking about this, like, when your body changes positively, a lot of you guys, like, we're so grateful to be a part of your journey. And a lot of you have, your bodies have transformed in great ways. You're feeling better. We get like just different testimonial nuggets every day, and it's absolutely incredible. This morning you shared on our team meeting, and often we share like, wow, I haven't been this weight since high school, or I haven't been able to fit into these size jeans since I was, since 20 years ago. And it's amazing. And we like change, but some change we don't like. Why?
Because it's unexpected, because it's not in our favor.
I think often because we don't know what to do with it. Like, we think so much like, oh, if I lose weight, like you plan like what, how great that would be. And you're like planning for that, right? Like, oh, I could buy smaller clothes, and oh, I will feel more confident, and well, whatever. And you think through that. But we don't think through what happens if changes happen that we're not expecting or we're not wanting to happen. Or that don't feel like they benefit us immediately. Everything happens on purpose. Remember that. So when change happens, there's a purpose. But you have to find, it's our job to keep our eyes open for what is the reason for me that this change is happening. It's two types of people in this world: those who focus on the positive and those who focus on things that should not be talked about. Things I tell myself. So.
Cool. So how do we handle change? Let's get to the mechanics of it. So the reality is that it's a 3-part process. And it is only inevitable that in life change is going to happen to us. Positively or negatively, you get to decide. Like Erin said, you need to find the purpose. The reason why, negative people stay negative is because they don't take the time to ask, why is this happening for me? So they end up, just having victim mindset. Okay, well, does that solve your problem to this new situation? So the first thing when change happens is you have to accept it. It is what it is. Just like, let's say last year, we were all we have a lot in common, but one thing that we all had in common last year is that we all had to quarantine ourselves for at least 2 weeks. Yep. Everything was shut down. I don't care if you're in Asia. I don't care if you're in Europe. I don't care if you're in the Pacific Southwest, Australia, New Zealand. I don't care if you're in the United States and Canada. Like, we've all had our municipalities, neighborhoods, counties, countries, continents, whatever, shut down. Like, remember the first time you've heard that your whatever was gonna be locked down. Just think about it for a second. I remember like the extreme amount of fear. Because at that point we were personal training outside of our garage. We have a very special guest.
He came upstairs all by himself.
Do you want to come say hi?
Wow.
Come say hi.
How sweet. Boogie has graced us with his presence. We all got punched in the face.
And I remember that I was just in extreme trauma that day.
We were like, oh no, something's happening. And they were like, oh shit. Oh. And then like terrified for a day before we realized living in fear is a resistance in this universe that is out to get you. I refused I had 1 or 2 days where I was scared, and then I refused.
So we were in extreme fear because we were personal training out in our garage, right? And that was our main stream of income. Imagine your only source of income being cut, completely cut, after we've just been kicked out of our old house.
We weren't kicked out. We chose to leave.
We chose to leave early because of another situation.
We paid
change.
We paid rent at 2 places in the same month plus a deposit.
And then that happened. So that first night we were like,
shit.
I mean, for anybody who, let's say you're in your 20s, 30s, like we've never had that before in our lives. Like everything is going to be locked down. It's like, it's so uncertain. You're like,
and
you're like, the world is coming to an end. This is exactly how I felt. I'm like, the world is coming to an end. I don't know what to do. I was in extreme fear. And if you guys even want to go look at my Facebook from a year ago, there is a post, an extremely vulnerable post that I made about how I felt that day. I remember that post because I was just in so much fear. I was like, man, what's next?
And our main income stream went cut.
Yeah. So that happened. I told myself, I was like, okay, you're in extreme amount of fear. You're like to the point of complete debilitation. You have 1 day until you become yourself again. The next day, I get on the phone with one of my clients, and we talk about, okay, well, obviously I can train you right now. Like, what is it that I can do to support you? And she told me, and I got right into action. And from that, an amazing project came to life. And I mean, all of you guys, like, I want you to drop in the comments if you've been here in our community for over a year, because I guarantee you guys, the 99% of you guys were not even a part of this community a year ago.
So many people have no idea what actually happened and how, people in our industry got really, like, people everywhere, people in every industry got punched straight in the face, broken noses, pow, oof. Gyms shut down, every personal trainer we ever knew, ever worked with. If they were still a personal trainer, no job. No job. What do you do? The whole restaurant industry, everything, like so many things. And, in this point, it's difficult to say, and people will disagree, but every person in that moment of getting punched in the face has an opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's up to you to open your eyes and open your mind. You can lay down on the ground. You can lay down on the ground and you can wait for somebody to come save you. Or you can get up and you can say, shit, that really hurt. How do I improve? How do I find a solution? Because if there are people that found a way to benefit or turn their situation around, look, problem solvers the people who find solutions for other people first have to find a solution for themselves. And the people who found solutions for other people in that situation, all the cleaning companies, Amazon went buck wild, paper companies, cleaning supplies, all went like delivery services, all saw, wow, people have a problem that needs to be solved. They are scared to go to the grocery store. We got to deliver them groceries. They can't come to the restaurant. We've got to do a thing outside. People had to pivot everywhere. And I will say, I'm sure there are circumstances that were easier for some people than others, but each person, has something that they could benefit from in this situation. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Doesn't mean that it isn't painful. But what happened from that for us was a beautiful thing, and it's called the 14-day Rise Above workout program, which the majority of you came into our community because of that. Because Sarit said, how can I serve you? How can I solve your problem? How can I help you? Obviously, we're shut down right now. You can't come in person. But what do you need? How can I serve you? The greatest question you can ask anybody, because you will hear what the problem is, and you have then the ability to find, how can I provide a solution? And so what happened is 14-day Rise Above. People absolutely loved it. So thankful. Body weight workout you can do at your house on any device, you know. And so then we started giving it to everyone everywhere. And then, you know, this community got really big and really strong and really connected with one another, because that was another thing that was missing then, is connection. And so I think, you know, I would love to hear from you guys. Like, what have you benefited from by being in this community?
I wanna read some comments, because a few people are almost coming up on their 1 year, which is remarkable. Brittany Burns, May 8th will be a year. Crystal Catalina, 1 year this Thursday. Tawny Lamoureux, September 2020 with my first TKC.
Yes.
Not quite a year yet. Veronica Silva, 11 and a half months. You guys, just how much have you changed over the last year?
1 year as of last week. Stacy Doyle, congratulations.
Liz O'Shea, late May will be a year. Kristen St. Louis, May 18th will be a year. Kim Howard, finding ENS in 2020 saved my year. You guys, you know, we need each other. Emily Schwartz, 1 year in August. Elda, Lauren Waymeyer, June 17th will be my 1 year. Look at how much change, positive change you've created for yourself over this, like, not even year. So a huge congratulations. I also want to give you guys like a quick insight. Did you guys know that the average American over the last year has gained 29 pounds? Now, what have you guys done for yourselves? You're winning. Most people went this down. You guys are going way up in so many elements of your life. Even the ones who stayed at the same weight are winning. But the ones who transformed their body, like that's winning 10x. It's insane. Okay, let's read a couple more. Rachel Moore, August will be a year. Ashley Riddle, May 6th will be my 1 year with Team ENS. That's crazy. Janice Coleman, May will be 1 year. Ashley Riddle, since November 19, down 42 pounds. Jesse Grant, I've lost 50 pounds. No way, dude. You didn't tell me that. Since March 2020. Dude, you see, you guys are killing it. So here's the thing. First thing, change is happening. We're just using this lockdown as an example. Okay? You have to accept it.
Can I say something? Because I'm feeling a lot of things right now.
Oh, wow. You're crying. Big time.
I'm just gonna let it out. I don't even care, because I have so much gratitude. There's so many decisions we could have made that would have not resulted in this. Mm-hmm. And the fact that we have made an impact big enough for you guys to still be here a year later makes my heart so ridiculously full. And I started getting emotional, and then there's one comment that I read that set me off. Samantha. Y'all made me realize that I could make these changes. You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And you're thanking us, but I'm thanking you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were in such a rough place when we started this business. And it's a business, and we treat it like a business now. We didn't treat it like a business for the first, 2 years, probably.
Again, the power of don't go through it alone.
And I don't know. I feel extremely blessed. I don't want to say lucky because there's been a lot of really difficult decisions that we've made, and I do not believe it's luck. I think that there's a lot of decisions that people make every single day that put them where they are at. Especially speaking to, I've only lived in the US. I'm speaking to those in the US. We all have decisions. And I think that we're extremely fortunate. And I want to share with you guys the one thing. There's one thing you have to have, where no matter what change comes your way, no matter how difficult life can appear. For one, this is not the one thing, but for one, choose what you're going to make it in your mind before anything else. That's the first choice that you have. Choose what I'm going to make it in my mind. Even if I'm kidding myself, even if I feel at first like I'm lying to myself, I don't care, because I'd rather have that thought than a negative one. But the one thing that you have to have, or this world will eat you alive, is somebody else. We are extremely fortunate to have one another, to be on the same page, to think along the similar line, to be growing in the same trajectory, mentally and emotionally, and in business.
Physically, spiritually.
Everything. And we are now in an extremely different position. Our influence, our accountability. You are the accountability. Imagine if we didn't show up for espresso. How many people we would let down. You are the accountability. Imagine if you guys weren't looking to us for advice and inspiration and motivation and the tools to help you on your weight loss journey or your health journey. If we didn't take care of our bodies, we became sloppy, if we gained weight over this period of time, if we let our emotions get the best of us, how much of an inspiration would we really be to you? You have to have somebody or a lot of somebodies. You cannot do it alone. You can try, but the world will eat you. And that's why we try to do things for you guys all the time. We bust our asses. Most of you don't see what happens behind the scenes. And that's okay. I'm grateful to do it. Like I've said before, I'd rather have too much to do than not enough to do. And we want to make a massive impact, and we will, and we are. But thank you guys for trusting us. And I know we've said it before, but I hope you can feel it, because I mean it like this every time. There's so much noise, and there's so many people saying, that they're going to help you lose weight and this and that, without really focusing on the person they're helping as much as they're focusing on themselves. And I won't lie, I put myself first a lot because I have to. It's harmony. And I'm ridiculously appreciative of every single one of you here. Every single share, every single like, every single, positive word you throw our way. Because it fires us up and it fuels us to keep doing what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And to see that we're making an impact. Like, just melted my heart like a plastic spoon on a hot stove.
Okay, so you're getting a lot of hearts here, and it's important that you acknowledge that. Lots and lots of love. Also, a couple people here are joining us for their very first episode. A huge congratulations and welcome to the group, you guys.
This is not how every episode goes.
Angela said, I just found you ladies. You have no idea the impact you have made on me, allowing me to see what I can. Congratulations and welcome to the family. You guys, this community is family. I think I saw somebody else who's on. Oh, Heather Smith. Just heard about you guys. First time here. Welcome.
Look, go up. Look, Brandy.
I know.
Iana saved my life. Like, what? I know. I'm aware. Suicide rates, as sad as it is, have gone up.
Depression rates.
People are more depressed and anxious because of so many hits to the face. So many hits to the face. If there's one thing I can encourage you to do, two things. Find somebody that believes in you, that wants to see you succeed, and understand that the first thing you need to do is decide in your mind that you're going to do your best to see whatever could possibly be, if there's even a sliver of positivity in whatever circumstance you're going through, that you are determined to find that.
I also want to say happy day one to Laura and Charlene. Welcome to the club, you guys.
Welcome, everybody. And thank you for all of those who have been so loyal and, excited to be here for so long. We are inspiring you and teaching you and leading you. By the way, bosses push and leaders pull. And we're pulling you guys. We want to pull you into our stratosphere. I don't know if that's the right word. We want to pull you up the mountain. There's a certain amount of work that you have to do yourself, but we're going to pull you so you can see higher and you can think bigger and you can understand really truly what you're capable of. We're all made of the same material. If these are things that we can overcome, first our bodies, now like our financial situation, we're learning new stuff every day. If we can do that, literally, you're made of the same material. And if you're watching this, you can too. And we believe in that. And somebody has to believe in you sometimes, most of the time, before you can believe in yourself. And we're doing this. Why? Mainly so that you can pull other people. So that you can become the best leader. So that you can overcome your life's obstacles and your challenges and your hardships and your losses and your failures. And all the change that happens in your life. So that you can overcome all of those things and be so inspired and on fire to reach down then. Reach your hand down to somebody else and grab them and say, I believe in you. And pull them up. And to know that trickle effect, like I want to throw a Mount Rushmore size rock into the ocean, and I want it to ripple that far out. And you guys are the ripple. I don't know what else I have to say. I feel like I just use all my energy for the day right there. I love you guys.
Okay, now you can do what Boogie's doing. Boogie, do you want to say anything?
I need a nap.
Okay, maybe we can show the first timers who Boogie is.
Oh, you guys want to know who Boogie is?
Boogie's our mascot.
Can we zoom in on this
He's our
thing?
French bulldog pup.
Can we? Oh. Wow, Boogie.
This is Boogie.
Wow, sweetie man. Boogie. Boogie.
Boogie, you want nothing comfy here?
Boogie.
Nothing care.
He's like, I'm tired. I've had enough of this morning. It's...
All right, so back to the mechanics. Step one is you have to accept it. And by the way, for all of you guys who've just shared with us like all of the amazing like changes that you've had, the first thing that you had to do is accept that this journey is going to be so different than anything you've heard before. And for anybody who's ever done a success call with me or any of our coaches, this is what we tell you on the very first call. Like, erase everything that you've been taught before. And you might, at the beginning, not really understand why we're making you do what we're making you do. But if you follow the steps and the instructions, your life will completely transform. And look at all of like the changes
process.
that you guys have made.
Trust the
That
process.
is because you accepted change. Everybody wants their body to change, but not everybody is willing to accept change.
Hey,
What?
what did you just say before that?
Everybody wants to change?
No, before that? God was speaking through you. I know you don't remember. What did she just say?
I don't remember.
Shoot.
Maybe
You were saying something about change.
Step one to transformation is handling change.
Oh,
Erase everything.
do the same thing you've always done. You'll get the same result you've always gotten. To change, you got to change. So change is great. Why? Because change gives you an opportunity to do it the right way.
Yep.
Where's my microphone? You guys, I'm starting a new journey. Okay.
Slow your roll.
I won't go there.
Slow your roll.
Tell you later.
Okay, step two, you have to adapt to it. Like it or not, you have to. Now, chances are is that you're either going to adapt quickly or you might have some resistance to the adaptation at first. Now, remember this. We live in a world where evolution wins, like it or not. The ones who adapt the fastest are the ones who end up thriving.
I
And
think that's where the term survival of the fittest came.
yeah,
Like you have to
Darwinism,
adapt.
survival of the fittest.
You have to adapt to the changes.
The ones who adapt the fastest are the ones who end up thriving. Okay?
Think about this on social media platforms. When a new platform comes out, those who jump in, those who learn how to adapt, the first ones in there are the ones that have the biggest opportunity to gain the largest following, and then whatever they say, a lot of people hear.
Yep.
But you got to be willing to jump into the change and say, what is this all about? How do I figure this out?
Yeah. So the next thing you have to adapt, and two things are going to happen. You're either going to adapt to the change or you're going to resist the change. Okay? And you know, for anybody who's done, you know, any of our challenges, any of our programs, the reason why you are so successful is because you adapted to the change that was given to you, to this newfound way of thinking, which evolved to be this newfound way of acting, which trickled down to these newfound habits, and over time, like a completely different life. Some of you guys, like your life right now is totally different than what your life was a year ago. It's like mind-blowing. And that's
Some better and some worse.
yeah. So you have to adapt fast. Now, chances are that, you know, if the change that is happening is not really comfortable for you or something that you have a hard time accepting, then there will be some resistance. Now, here's the thing. If resistance is going to happen, then one thing is guaranteed. There's no way in hell you're going to thrive. No way in hell you're going to thrive. Now, you have to ask yourself this one question if you want to increase your chances of adaptation. And that question is, what is the worst thing that can happen? What is the worst thing that can happen? Put things into perspective. Like, you have to evolve. You can choose to resist it or you can choose to evolve. Now, if you resist it, you're gonna be pulled back. If you evolve, then you're going to move along. Okay? So now, if you ask yourself, what's the worst that's going to happen, and you put things into perspective, then now it allows you to break down the shock of this change into a simpler form that, okay, like, it could be inconvenient, but does that mean it's the end of the world? Sometimes change is catastrophic, but change is inevitable. You know what I mean? So you might as well just adapt with it. And the next thing is you have to evolve with it. So accept, adapt, and evolve.
You talked about resistance, and this is like something I'm so passionate about, is eliminating resistance. If you think about running with a parachute on your back, resistance. If you think about, okay, I should put it into context. Resistance by choice versus it's always resistance by choice, or getting out of resistance by choice. Resistance training, great. Some things like resistance is necessary. So it's not that it's all bad, but where do I want it intentionally, and where do I need to remove it as much as possible? There is an energy in this world that is called resistance. It is legit out to destroy you. And I've talked about this before. And this book, The War of Art, I'm really trying to find like something I underlined. Resistance is the enemy within. This is in our, it's not backwards. Hey, this is in our list of books, and it talks a lot about resistance being like, its only job is to break you down. Even resistance training with weights, its job is to break you down. But with every breakdown, there's an opportunity for a breakthrough. Resistance is good because without it, you don't get stronger. Without it, you don't grow. But if you succumb to, and you surrender to, and you lay down and let it take you, you die. If I have a weight on me, it's resistance, like a physical weight, talking about like physically, if I have a weight on me, it takes energy and discomfort to lift and get the weight off of me. But what happens then is I'm free. If you just lay there, somebody save me. Even if somebody saves you and takes the weight off of you, you didn't get any better. You have to be willing to do the work. So when you feel the resistance, know that it's good if you know that it's there and you understand your duty, obligation, and responsibility to do the work to remove resistance.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like I need my mic right now, just for a visual. And the reason that I have so much passion with this is because so much of the majority of our world, and I'll say specifically like the US, because that's what I know the most, is laying down, letting the weight crush them, hoping somebody will come and lift it off of them. Don't be that.
Mm-hmm.
It will kill you
mm-hmm.
before your actual body goes away.
Mm-hmm.
It's good when you see it and accept responsibility to push against it.
Yeah. So, change is inevitable. You might as well just do your best to accept it, adapt so that you can evolve with it. Or maybe away from it. If it's not serving you, you might as well do it as soon as possible. Because otherwise, you're dealing with this force of resistance. And by the way, when you are stuck in this force of resistance, change is happening, it is only negative. It happens slowly.
Change is happening, you just can't see it.
Yep. And negative changes happen slowly. That's why most people, you know, like as they age, they only get worse. And they keep on talking, oh, I remember the days. No, dude, the reality is if you've got more time on your hands, you've had more opportunities to continually improve your life.
It's the most dangerous, I would say.
Yep. Just like not making a decision. I would rather make a bad decision and learn from it than not make a decision at all.
Ooh. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, let's close it out.
Yeah.
So, speaking of change,
go on.
There is a change coming up to espresso, and that change is that starting next week, espresso times will be moved from 9:30 a.m. Eastern to noon. It is now going to be a noon talk show, basically your lunchtime.
Daytime TV, baby, like Ellen DeGeneres. Like the Ellen Show.
Yeah. Because the reality is, you guys, is that for one, this show is really, really important to us. However, because we are evolving and it is important for us to keep this show, it is no longer going to serve the mission forward as well as it can at this hour. So in order to continue to be consistent and to move this mission forward, we've made the calculated decision of moving the espresso to noon. Also know that Friday guest interviews will be at noons, with some exceptions that, let's say, if a very important guest speaker does not have an availability that time, of course, we'll have to cater to them.
Yeah, and I'll be fully transparent with you guys. Like, you guys know our mission to transform the lives of millions through the same movement, nutrition, lifestyle, and financial habits that have transformed ours. And in order to do that, we've got to grow our team. Our team is growing, which is absolutely amazing, but we need to game plan. We need to communicate with one another. We need to understand our execution to be able to fulfill this mission in order to continue to help you guys. So that has to be priority. So really that's truly the reason that this is changing, is for the greater good of every being. And that's also why we put it on YouTube. In the case that you can't make it live, we will miss you. However, when you want something bad enough, you find a way to get it. So hopefully we'll still see you there. But yeah, podcast, YouTube, they're all there for the purpose of people miss it, or if you have a different preferred platform. So
yeah, hopefully it is in alignment with your schedule. If it's not, that doesn't mean that you can't watch Espresso anymore. It just means that you're gonna have to adapt and either watch it on YouTube or listen to it on podcast.
Yeah.
But that being said, you guys, registration for the brand new Transformation Kickstarter Challenge is starting today. It is finally live. Prizes are $1,000, $500, $300. You guys get on it, and in fact, get everybody that you know around you. There's no better time, because that way, let's say if your cousin's like, man, I've been wanting to lose weight for the longest time and I've seen you doing such incredible things. Like, now they have an amazing incentive, and this is exactly why we're doing that, because for anybody who's scared, there needs to be like a greater incentive for them to want to do this, because this is our first chance to believe in someone before they believe in themselves. If you've done this challenge before, you know it's different than any challenge that you've ever done before, and therefore do it again, because this time you're doing it again when you're better, stronger, faster. Now, if you haven't done this challenge before, then we highly recommend that you do so, because it's going to open up your mind to all these 14 principles that you have to know if you really want to either kickstart your transformation or take your transformation to the next level.
Beneficial for everybody, no matter where you're at in your journey.
Yeah.
Beginner, advanced, 100 pounds to lose, no weight to lose. So,
want to gain more strength, want to be more disciplined,
more resilient, better mindset.
Or maybe you just want more money, whatever.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for showing up for yourselves. Just keep doing that. That's it. One day at a time. Show up for yourselves. Mm-hmm. And do the best that you got, whatever it looks like that day. So, we are done for today.
We love you guys. We hope you have a beautiful day ahead, a kick-ass week ahead, and we will catch you tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern.
See ya.
Bye.